Oh, hello, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. Salutations to your brothers in the highways and byways. Salutations also goes out to you brothers and few sisters that tune in to listen and learn. I'm the brother Malak from the Diligent Soldier Camp here in Boston, Mass. As always, I pray this lesson be edifying to the elect. The name of this one, Salakia, is In Transit. Esau clashing with Esau and other allied nations isn't nothing new. Okay, Esau clashing with Esau and other allied nations isn't nothing new. As a matter of fact, man, this is this man's rap sheet, man. This is this man's history. You know, it's who he is, his very essence, man. You know, as you can see in the that 4-minute clip that was actually sent to the group chat, I think by the brother Kwanayan, if I'm not mistaken. I just found it interesting. I always found it interesting, but watching it just made me think of these scriptures, in First Maccabees, and how they was always beefing. They was always having problems with each other, even though they had absolute power over the earth at that time, man, and to this very day, right? Because the scripture says that the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, man. The power over the earth was given into the hands of Esau, Edom, man, the Edomites, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Okay, who is also the spiritual counterpart of Satan, man, of Shaitan. Okay, and if he's all those things, well, obviously this is, I don't want to say appropriate, but this is his nature, man, to be the way he is with himself, right? Which is his people, because here it is, all these NATO countries are not only European, but other nations that come out in the out of the 18 nations that the Lord created and put here on earth. And though they're confederate with each other against Israel, their agreement, their covenant, man, is not of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? So, which is why the kingdom of Esau is going to be translated, to Jacob, man, to Israel. Because it's not a righteous one. They're led by their power, their lust for power, emotions, greed over wealth and territory. They riff about stepping on each other's territories, and at the end of the day, also, a lot of it is for show, drama, theatrics, whatever you want to call it, because these elites know who the power players are, because they're set up by the elites, by the top tribe of the Edomites, man, which is Amalek. I won't make this too long. I'm just actually looking for a place I could pull over, just bring out a few scriptures to prove that, and hopefully this will be an edifying lesson, short and sweet, to the point. Just give me 1 second. I could possibly pull up over here under these shades too, because it's very sunny out, man. But we're gonna be reading in the book of Maccabees, First Maccabees, the very first chapter. I might start at 1 or go straight to the point. I'd rather start at 1 for context, but let me see, man. Where the hell can I pull over? Here we go. Maybe over here. So Akim, just give me a second. Okay, so we go to the first book of Maccabees, chapter 1, and we can start at verse 1. And it says, "And it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, and he reigned in his stead the first over Greece." So here it is. That's one of the things he does. He kills his, not only other people, but even his own. In this case, not his people, because this is a Edomite, right? And he killed the king of the Persians, right? Who are the modern day what is these people called? Iranians. Iran is actually another way of saying the calling themselves Persians. Okay, but nonetheless, he'll knock somebody out of play by whacking them, killing them, to stay in their stead, which is why the scripture tells you even not to sit him by you, lest he plots to take your seat, man. You know what I mean? And it's one of the ways that they use even now, man. With he always used it, but an example is infiltrating, when he sends people to basically spy on organizations, whether it be corporations, companies, gangs, law enforcement, military, you name it, man. These people got people everywhere. They got eyes and ears everywhere, man. Which makes a lot of sense also that even in camps they're going to be spies, man. As Apostle Tahar harps on that many times, man, because it's true. We can't sleep on the fact that it is a very high possibility, where that you're saluting brothers that are really enemies, man. But hey, we're gonna do what we have to keep doing, and the Lord is going to shine light, bring it out to light, man, and the unknown will be known, man. But to stick to the point, this man knocks people off to basically establish himself, and as I already stated, it's a part of his track record. He uses it to this very day. All right. Where was I? I'll start from the top. And it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece, and made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth, and went through to the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up. This is something that he does to this very day. Okay, Esau's a proud devil, man. Okay, from all the atrocities that he's committed around the earth, man. The very since the inception of this nation, Babylon, right, aka the U.S., it has been at war. You know what I mean? Since it was born, a little over 200 years ago. Okay. It says, and he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributaries unto him. Sounds familiar, right? And after these things he fell sick, and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants servants such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, right? So his people, as we say, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. So Alexander reigned 12 years and died, and his servants bare rule every one in his place. And this is the point, right? And his servants bare rule every one in his place. And after his death, They all put crowns upon themselves, so did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. Hold on one second. Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's the point I wanted to get. Let me see. Was there another scripture I wanted to bring out? No. But it turns out also, man, that these very his peoples, right? The men, so-called honorable men that were brought up with him, that he gave power to, imparted his kingdom to, and put crowns upon them their heads. To this very day, they have those crowns. Not physically, right? Except for like King and Queen Elizabeth, those devils. But power, it represents power nowadays. And that's exactly what you see with these different NATO allied nations, man, where most of them are Edomites, right? Along with other people like Turkey. I forget their biblical name at the moment, Salakia. But as you can see, they're beefing, man, among themselves, right? They're beefing among themselves, and this is nothing new. Let me see the scripture I wanted to get. Okay, I'll get this one first because this is all right. This, as the scripture says, man's goings are of the Lord, man, and man, how does it go? Basically, the ways of the Lord is in the king's hearts, right? So the Lord is the one who guides these men in their sayings and their steps, right? As the scripture says also, the river flows the direction that the Lord himself wants it to flow. Okay, so he controls everything, the wind, everything, man. Okay, and the Lord has a plan for this, man, for these people, man, and he's putting that spirit on them, to show their true colors, how they feel against each other, man. Bringing up old strife, old problems and new ones, and just stirring the pot, man. Because the Lord has an issue with these people, man. All right, which is also the point, man. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 8. It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me," right? The ye is Israel, the elect in particular, and me, and the me is the Lord, man. It tells you, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations." All right, he has them already gathered, right, as allies. But soon he's gonna make them have even more issues, especially against this whore, Babylon, man, the U.S. Okay, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms. Assemble the kingdoms as far as their military might, right? For World War III, which is, we're in the brinks and the cusp of it, man. To pour upon them my indignation, right? His righteous judgment, even all my fierce anger. For all of the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. And why do you say he's jealous, man? Well, basically these men, or these people, have made our people, these nations, starting with Esau, man, and Amalek, who's the top tribe of the Edomites, have made Israel go off, man, by setting those stumbling blocks. Now, yeah, the Lord punished Israel for their doings, right? Put us through the worst slavery ever committed upon this earth. And as the scripture says, nothing, no other nation has, basically, roughly paraphrasing, has gone through what we've gone through as a nation. Okay, and the Lord is a jealous God when his own that are supposed to praise and give all honors and praises to, right, go against him, and for to idolizing or having idols, basically, or different gods, man. All right, that and the fact that all these nations also had us in slavery, man. Okay, and to this very day, we are oppressed and still under their rulership, man. We're still subject to them. Okay, as the scripture says, where is it, in Habakkuk, I think it is, where it says we are yet in our captivity to this day. Okay. The next scripture I want to bring out is the book of Joel 3:2. It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? Which is the valley of the Lord's judgment, if I'm not mistaken. And will plead with them there, right? Plead meaning judge. And will plead with them there for my people, for my heritage Israel, man, Yasha'Allah, which means Prince of the Power, okay, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land, because that's exactly what happened, and we're scattered to every nation, which is why this gospel has to be preached to every nation, because though we've been brought up in these nations for centuries now, right? The scripture says that when the Lord speaks through men, his people hear him and they follow him, man. Okay, so the sheep hears the Lord through this gospel and they follow it, man. It resonates with them. They change their lives. You know, it wakes them up from being those dry bones, right? Especially here in Babylon, where the bulk of Yasha'Allah is. Okay, but nonetheless, our people have been scattered, and this gospel has to go out to them, right? And Esau and these NATO countries, and even their enemies, know that they've done this, you know, and that they all have done this, and that we're still captive in their different lands, man. Okay, and on top of that, you know, look at our homeland right now, man. You know, is ran by bastards, man. You know, bunch of homosexual bastards. You know, where they're just basically defiling the land, man. You know, and as I said, you know, just to prove the fact that they know who we are, and to this very day having let out, is because they still Confederate, man. They still have their council, you know what I'm saying? They still together, you know, and in order to basically have us in limbo. Okay, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 4. It says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, man. And this is the these countries, that these nations that came together. As a matter of fact, let me start at verse 2, Psalms 83:2. It says, for lo, thine enemy make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Okay, and it goes on to tell you who it is. The tabernacles of Edom, where tabernacle goes into house, right? The tabernacles of Edom, Ishmael, the Ishmaelites, right? The Moabites, the Hagarenes, Gabal, Ammon, Amalek, okay? The Philistines, Tyre, Assur, which, if I'm not mistaken, that's Turkey nowadays. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but nonetheless, that represents those top nations, man. Okay, they're all confederate, and all the rest follow through, you know, because they all benefit from that secret that they have, but that the Lord is making come to light now, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 1, verse 15. It says, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the afflictions. Like these men that had us under in slavery, after us serving our slavery, you know, in that time, they were supposed to basically give us or let us know exactly who we were. Yeah, but let us go and even reparations and all that. That was more or less how it should have been done, because to this day you have all nations getting reparations, right? Payment for repairs to them for whatever this nation did to them with Babylon, or other nations doing to other people. But for some reason, Israel, whether Yashala, right, whether they be the tribe of Judah and Reuben, here in Gad and in Babylon, right, which are the North American Indians and so-called black people, which are the Judites, man, our brothers and sisters, man, and nothing is being paid to them. France sued the shit out of Haiti, right? The tribe of Levi, for basically not submitting to them and them not making the money that that their investors put in to benefit from slavery, man. You know what I'm saying? And the list goes on, man, because all these islands all these countries that I finished mentioning, like, Haiti, and also I wanted to mention Cuba, the Dominican Republic, South Central America, all the other islands. These islands have, and these bodies of land have resources, man. Diamonds, oil, all types of stuff, and that they could come up in wealth, right? But they don't have the machinery to mine those things, man, and so they have to outsource them to other nations that basically will give a little percentage to the government, and the government then this also established by these our enemies, right? Because they're compromised of our own people. They keep it for themselves. They don't share with the rest of the country, which is why they're still poor. But at the end of the day, the Lord never set us up to never put us in this place for us to prosper. It was to be under the subjection of these devils, man. And you see that these devils are losing their grip because they're beefing with each other. They have issues with each other, and nothing good could come of that, man. But the total opposite, which is the Lord destroying these nations, man, and taking their crowns, man, as the book of Revelations tells you, man, that and his head was many crowns, man. That's the power that Yahweh Shai is coming to take forcefully, you know what I'm saying, from these nations, man, from these different kings, if you will, right? Because even the word president derives from the word king. Okay, so yeah, man, there you have it. I hope it was edifying. And in closing, I want to give all honors and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors again to the apostles of GMS. Salutations to you brothers in the highways and byways. Salutations also goes out to you brothers and few sisters that tune in to listen and learn, man. Stay aware, stay in the news, because these things are happening. Esau is losing his strongholds, man. And it's because of the men of the Lord out there prophesying the end of this place, man. The total destruction of this place, man. So in the meanwhile, it has to deteriorate, man. So again, I pray that this lesson was edifying. In closing, I just want to say shalom and abad babor.